Я надеюсь, что вы будете на вечере, и ваша поддержка, я думаю, что будет чувствоваться. Всем спасибо за то, что вы пришли сюда, и я надеюсь, что мы увидимся с вами на вечере. Всем спасибо.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
How do we say buy the pay-per-view in Russian? Buy the pay-per-view.
Bye.
Buy it. Purchase the pay-per-view. We'll work on that. Yeah, exactly. We'll work on that, Jared. Short and sweet from your opponent. Kind of like a lot of your fights are, right? You spent some time in the gym most recently. We've talked about it before with sparring the likes of Tyson Fury and Brian Jennings, and you sparred in the past with Joseph Parker, Tony Yoka. How much does that build your confidence when you're in the ring sparring guys like this before you even step into a fight with no headgear and different glove size? How does that boost your confidence?
My confidence is through the roof already. It just levels me out. But it's a great feeling though. They give me a lot of support. They always backing me, let me know what to do and what not to do, giving me the game. So it's just nice to be prepared before I have to actually step in there.
Speaking with Tyson Fury yesterday, he told us that when asked about you, that he feels like in the next year or two, when his time is said and done, you will be the next greatest heavyweight champion. What does that mean to you to hear the WBC and lineal heavyweight champion say that about you?
It means everything, you know, to have the support of a current world champion, maybe soon to be former after he retires and everything. But it just means a lot, you know. It lets everybody know that I'm a name to be reckoned with, and everybody got to look out for me.
It's been about 2 years now almost since you turned pro. You're about to be 22 years old. How much do you feel like you've grown in these last 2 years? How much have you learned about yourself that's got you to this point on a pay-per-view at 21 years old?
Extremely. Just by my level of competition, sparring who I spar, fighting who I fight. Tyson told me, he was like, I'm a completely different fighter from the last camp. Okay. You know, just the presence in the ring, the way I carry myself, and being sharp, you know. So we've been working on a lot of different things and being the best that I can.
What do you feel like you still have to show? I mean, obviously you have tons of room to grow, but what's something that you want to go out there and prove? Maybe even just to yourself.
I don't think I have anything to prove. I don't have nothing to lose though, and that's the most dangerous person you can ever face. Somebody who doesn't have anything to lose.
Now, I know you won't tell everybody, but you have been known to wear some pretty elaborate attire when walking into the ring. It's always been entertaining. Do you want to give a hint or just tell everybody to make sure that they're tuned in early to the pay-per-view? Do you want to give any?
Make sure y'all tune in, man. We going to war. Just know that.
You're going to war.
We're going to war. We're going in our zone, but we're gonna go to war for sure.
All right, I'll let you guys kind of put your thoughts. Maybe you can put a poll out on Instagram and have people bet, give away some t-shirts or something. Appreciate you, Jared. Thank you so much. We'll see you Saturday night. Jared Anderson, Vladimir Tereshkin, opening up the pay-per-view on Saturday night, getting started at 6 p.m. local time. Move now to one of the more anticipated rematches in the heavyweight division. Robert Helenius is taking on Adam Kalvnatsky. And Adam, we'll start with you. How are you today? Good, good. Any baby yet?
No, still waiting.
No, his wife is due with their second child, correct?
The 12th, yes.
12th? No, I'm just kidding, on the 12th.
No, not 12 o'clock.
Not 12 kids. For you coming into this situation off your first loss, and then you got to sit there for 19 months and think about it, how do you kind of keep yourself mentally strong and prepared to avenge that loss come Saturday night?
The people I surround myself with, you know, my team, my trainers, my wife, my kid, definitely kept me focused. So yeah, it's my team.
You're coming in with the beard this time? Was that? I mean, you're baby face, but you're now bearded face.
I know Robert had a beard last time.
Of the beards here?
Robert had a beard last time and helped him win, so maybe it's gonna help me win this fight.
You think the beard helped you win last time?
I saw you copying me.
He's copying you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Viking style.
Very good, very good. I like it. The battle of the beards as well. What does this rematch mean to you?
Everything. I mean, it's. I've been training very hard for this fight, man, and it's a do or die fight for me. I gotta win this fight to prove what happened last time was just accident work, and that will never happen again.
So being that you've probably watched it, 10 times, maybe?
A lot more.
A lot more, 100 maybe. What did you learn from that fight? What you could have done differently?
I got a bit reckless, winning instead of listening to my coach and using the jab a lot more.
lastly, where do you feel like a win in this rematch puts you in the heavyweight division? I mean, you were on a path towards a world title shot prior.
Yeah, so right now I'm just focused on Robert, because I learned that sometimes if you look too forward, something hits you in the face, like that right hand. So definitely right. I'm just focused on Robert Hernandez.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. Appreciate your time, and congratulations once again. Now to the original bearded man, and with you, Robert, you too. I mean, it's been not since your last fight, since you've been in the ring, spent some time back home, and then most recently in Alabama. So what has the last, 19 months been like for you?
It's been quite good, actually. We live in an island with only 25,000 people, so we have our privacy, our forests, our clean air, clean food. Everything is perfect.
You came in as a heavy underdog and scored the upset in the first fight. Do you feel like even though you were victorious, you're still coming into this fight as the underdog?
I don't see myself as an underdog. I have never seen me as an underdog, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what they're talking about either. I just figured I'd ask you the question. Something they are talking about, though, is you sparring with Deontay Wilder. You spent some time in Alabama. I know you're not going to divulge too much, but just talk about the meaning of that opportunity, sharing the ring with somebody like that.
We were 3 weeks in Alabama to get the time difference ready and stuff like that. But of course, Wilder wasn't our main focus. Our main focus was to fight a guy like Adam Kolnachi. So we had our own sparring partners there, so that was our main focus. And weather is warm in Alabama if you compare it to Finland, though.
Yeah, Finland and Alabama, yeah, quite the contrast, I'm sure. Lastly, just what can the fans expect? I mean, it's a huge pay-per-view card, a big opportunity, a great rematch. You've introduced yourself to so many more fans.
Yeah, I've been boxing over 20 years, but this time you're gonna see the best Robert Hellenius ever seen.
It's time to retire then.
What?
It's time.
No, this time is the best Robert Hellenius ever gonna see.
Alright. That's good to know. I want to beat your ass. You never know. I'll have no excuses.
All right. Appreciate that, Adam. Bring a little spice, right? We like that. You guys, it is going to be an awesome card. All heavyweights. These two going at it in the rematch. A highly anticipated bout as we move now to our co-main event. Frank Sanchez, nice to see you. We'll start with you. 18-0, 13 KOs. For you, this opportunity between two undefeated fighters, two one-punch, lights-out, knockout artists. What does a fight of this caliber mean to you to be in a co-main event on a huge undercard? Guardian,
Es una batalla de invictos pegadores fuertes. ¿Qué significa ser el combate coestelar de esta gran cartelera?
Bueno, para mí significa mucho, y ya que tremenda oportunidad, tengo la oportunidad en mi vida y vengo a demostrar que soy un campeón y vengo a ganar.
This means a lot to me. I'm going to show that I'm a champion and I'm come here to win.
Was it true that you were calling out for Efe Ajagba? Was this the fight that you wanted?
Esta es una pelea que tú estabas buscando ante F.
Sí, hace mucho tiempo venía buscando esta pelea, porque sé que le puedo ganar y le voy a ganar.
I've been looking for this fight for a long time because I know I can beat him and I'm going to beat him.
Okay, that answers one of my questions then. How was camp with Eddie Reynoso to prepare a lot of world champions in that gym? How does working with Eddie and being around other world champions like Canelo, etc., boost your morale coming into this fight?
¿Cómo es la experiencia de entrenar junto a Eddie Reynoso, junto a Canelo y los otros campeones? ¿Cómo vas a usar esa experiencia para ganar esta pelea?
Bueno, la verdad que ahí en el equipo me siento muy bien. He tenido mucha experiencia ya con ellos y hemos trabajado bien duro. Me han enseñado bastante, he aprendido bastante ahí de gimnasio, de Eddie Reynoso, de Saúl, y me siento bien contento de estar trabajando con ellos y que me estén apoyando para ser campeón mundial.
I feel great. You know, it has been a great experience training with Eddie and also learning a lot from Saul, and also that they are supporting me a lot for this fight too.
What's something that Canelo has told you to help you prepare for a fight of this magnitude?
¿Qué es algo que te ha enseñado Canelo para prepararte para una pelea de esta magnitud?
Principalmente tener paciencia y enfoque en el trabajo, no desesperarme, estar tranquilo.
he has taught me to be patient and to be focused, not get desperate, and be calm in the ring.
I
Oh,
know
y tener confianza en el trabajo que hice y la preparación que tuve.
And also to have confidence in the work that I have done and the preparation that I did for this fight.
Well, obviously, very confident being that he called for FA to be an opponent of his, and now it's come to fruition. So, what have you seen in FA that you feel like you can capitalize on to walk away victorious? What is it? Because they've even fought on the same cards before.
Tienes la confianza porque estás viendo a F como un peleador que tú puedes derrotar. ¿Qué es lo que has visto en él que piensas que puede salir con la victoria?
Bueno, lo que he visto que no tiene mucho boxeo, lo único que tiene depende de su pegada, pues no tiene otros recursos que pueda acudir en caso de que se encuentre un peleador que no lo pueda conectar con esa derecha que tiene. No tiene más nada, no va a saber qué hacer. Ese recurso no lo tiene, yo sí lo tengo todo.
What I have seen is that the only thing that he has is the power. He's not a very skilled boxer, and once he faces someone like me who has a lot of resources, it's going to be different for him.
All right, Frank, thank you so much.
Gracias a ti a todos.
All right, FA, did you hear what he had to say? I'll remind you in just a minute, but first, we'll just talk about what this opportunity means.